Glad you dig the Patreon. I could help a brother out. Jazz fusion indeed. Seriously, bro, thank you for helping a brother. Yeah. You're welcome. What are your favorite outside ideas? Typical sidestepping idea. I think I'm playing a lot of them. I can do later. What is the lick? Not familiar. Thank you, Daniel. is YouTube. This is a channel called Jungle Track that I found. I love it. It's so good. Really funky stuff. You became my favorite guitar YouTube channel just recently, replacing the most famous ones like Rick Beato, Jans Larson, and because of your concise teaching material. Everybody, buy Paul a beer. This is what I want to hear. You sure know how to talk to a girl. I like the derogatory tone. I like the backhanded compliment. Pretend you're on a plane. These are tens, yes. Shape of You? Dude, this is YouTube. Just get out of the live feed and type in Shape of You. You'll hear it. Clean sound. I hate the clean sound of a Strat. I always did. I like it for comping. Good question with the shaker. Dude, I gotta say about Matteo Mancuso, I was Team Mancuso from YouTube. I was really into it, and then a student of mine bought me a ticket to go see him in Chicago. One of the worst shows I've ever seen in my entire life. Me and Danny, saxophone Danny, both went. It was not good. I know, so a lot of you guys are gonna be upset because you're obsessed with this boy, and I get why. Because the YouTube, I was there too, but that shit is just not good live. I ate the fucking gummy. I drank the booze. I was ready for a fusion show. I like fusion shows. I saw Alan Holdsworth a lot of times. I saw Scott Henderson. I know what they're supposed to do. You just can't follow this boy's lines in your mind. You can't follow them. They're just a lot of non-consecutors. Like for an hour, it's licks. It's really good licks. It's clean. He finger bangs. It's like, I'm like any American. I like to be finger banged. It's impressive. You watch the right hand. You're like, okay, he's doing it for real. It sounds really clean, but it's just like an hour. It doesn't do the thing. It doesn't fuck hard. I'm sorry. I was on his team. I prepped for a great time, and I don't know. It's maybe I'm too old. I don't know. But I don't get it. Only play inside. My thought process, play D. Dorian. I'll show you the thought process. Articulated rhythm.
know when teams are managing multiple female athletes. That's why GMAT simplifies.
So that's how you want to think. Phrygian mode. Woo. You also mentioned something about Scott Henderson being mid. What? I've never mentioned Scott Henderson being mid one time in my life. Scott Henderson is top. Scott Henderson is top dog. I would never say that. That is not a quote. That is blasphemy. I fucking love Scott. Here's something you can practice for creating that rhythm thing with legato playing especially. Start with 2-note groups with 16ths and just go like and die. Now if you do 3 notes back and forth, that creates a grouping of 4. Add a note that creates 6. One more is 8, 10, 12, 16. Now with 16th notes, anything that's divisible by 4 is going to make a cycle, and anything that's not is going to create a polyrhythm. And with sextuplets, anything that's divisible by 3 is going to create a cycle, and everything that's not is going to create a polyrhythm. So, 6, 12, and 18 and 24 are going to be your sextuplet things that create loops, and 4s, 8s, and whatever, 16, 24, 32s are going to create loops for the other phrases. So if you want to start imagining like it's going to be really hard. That's really quick, but like for the 4s, when you divide it between 3 fingers, it can go like and the 8s are like so if you do like 32s, like it's more like that's and if you want to end on C, start a third below like. Alright, sorry. If you just start inside that form, messing around with the notes, you get a lot of that Holdsworthian kind of phrasing. Like just the rhythm will be tight. Like if you go like. The rhythmic phrase still resolves. I am married. Sorry. What compressor settings do you put on? I don't use compressors. Compressors are for pussies, man. Learn how to use your right hand. Fuck's wrong with you? Turn off your compressor. You don't need a compressor. Who needs a compressor? You guys play with compressors? Why are you guys using with compressors? Yeah, you got to be clean. You got to work on playing on a string. You are claiming Frangambali as one of your own. Compressors help in low volumes. Yeah, it helps people with weak ass technique. Of course it helps, but at what cost? At the cost of your dynamic range. No compressors. Only pussies play with compressors. Pussies and hillbillies. Those are the only two groups of people. And if you're playing twangy telly, it's acceptable. But for shred, no. How do you get your natural compression? With distortion, like everybody, you know. So I use a thin pick when I'm not shredding. When I'm playing a lot of legato, you need a thick pick to make attacks blend. But you know, with a thin pick, you kind of it's hard to like get those. It pops up too. It creates too bright of an attack, so it doesn't blend as well with the legato line. So anything that doesn't have any give. So I use a Fender Medium with a lot of flex for all of my jazz playing. And when I'm playing, like when I'm recording chords on a Strat, it's like the best. I much prefer that to the thick pick, like this too harsh, but like with lines. I'm kind of flexible with picks. I'm not too precious about it. You know, I'll use whatever. I've decided a long time ago that I'm not going to like just have like one pick I have to use. They're just different sounds, different flavors, but the ballparks are important. So, you know, something thick, either with a tip or without a tip for fusion, depending. Like no tip is better for legato. Tip is better for like punchy lines. Like if you're like trying to do Eric Johnson stuff, you know, you definitely need a tip. And remember, it's okay to just put the tip in. I got sweaty as hands, so you need grips, yeah? What's your opinion on Larnell Lewis? He's pretty good. What exercises should I do to not rely on compression? Learn how to fucking pick, dude. Like just start from, if you need compressors, it means your picking hand is dog shit, so start from the beginning. Learn how to make a relaxed downstroke that like comes from a place like, you know, that you can like sustain all day, right? Like you like 8th note to 16th is down. Got to think about the motion mechanics of the right hand. So yeah, yeah. Cool, guys. Got to see you later. I have to go teach for 2 more hours, and I'm done for today.